What is up, you guys? Happy Friday. We're gonna go ahead and get the live stream started, and we're gonna kiki with the girls. I'm kind of casual right now. I didn't do my hair or anything, but I'm ready for the live stream today. So let's go in, let's kiki it up, and let's wait a couple minutes for a couple people. Josue says hi, hi, how are you? Have a good Friday live stream. Diary of Samantha says, hey, hey, how are you? Jennifer says, hello, hello, how are you? Oh my God, it hasn't even been a minute. We already have 16 people. Jordan says, hi, Sergio. Oh, hey, Sergio. Hey, how are you? Miss TK says, hello, hello, how are you? Steven says, hi, Sergio. Sherry says, hey, hey. I think it's going to be a really good live stream today. It's going to be very on the casual side, very kiki, and I'm excited for it. I'm super, super excited. I love the new setup that I have. I moved the IKEA shelf so it fit more of a corner, and I kind of like it because I find that when I film videos, it showcases everything a little bit better. Joe says, what are your thoughts on the Michael Kors men? I really like a lot of the Michael Kors stuff nowadays. Maybe not full force everything monogram or MK, but I do like a lot of the things from the men's line. I really like a lot of the men's clothing that isn't super heavily branded. I think the Michael Kors clothing is really well made, but I do like a lot of the things. But the more clean and minimal, like my style, maybe like a pop of color, is what I prefer a little bit more. Iberto says, hi, my favorite person. When are we going shopping? I don't know. You tell me. Jay says, I was just at Las Consen. Marcus thought of you. Nothing good though. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, Last Call, I mean, they've been very, very hit or miss. I've been wanting to get more shoes and more ready to wear, but I just, they just haven't. But they've been getting a lot of handbags, and that reflects a lot of nice handbag purchases that I made within the last couple of days. Let's see. Han says, LV discontinued the toiletry pouch. Oh, I did not know that. That's the breaking news. Let's see. Jordan says, I cannot believe that Cassie will be discontinued. Do we know why? Well, just in general, Coach just likes to change out their things or like modify it a little bit and kind of bring it out as a new item. So maybe they'll like change it up, or it just depends. Or maybe, yes, it was a cult classic, but it didn't do as well to keep it around, let's say like the Tabbies or some of the other lines. So I feel like that's why they're getting discontinued. And I can see an off-price version of it being at the outlets, kind of like the Tabby. There's a kind of an off-price version of it, and it's called the Georgie bag. And so I could see it kind of being like that. The Michael Kors men isn't like the collection. Yeah, I think Michael Kors doesn't have Michael Kors collection. I think is just women's, I believe. But for the men's, just regular. I do like a lot of things, but the more discreet it is, the better that I like a little bit more. Cell said, bought the Michael Kors Bradshaw because of you, also in the line. Also, we're twins. We are Bradshaw twins. I love it so much. I actually been using her more as a clutch. She's a really good clutch for every day. I really, really love her. We have 2 likes. Could we get it to 10, guys, please? I really, really appreciate it. Let's see. Lourdes says, hi, Sergio. Have you had problems with the glaze on your both Cassie 18 and Cassie regular? I have not. I mean, the glazing on mine is perfectly fine. I mean, the bag is dirty because it's a little bit white, but the bag has been pretty well. I have not had any glazing issues at all. And then I'll show you the other one. See, I like this better because it's like more easier for me to pick out the bag if somebody has a question about it. But as far as the glazing, they look really good in perfect condition. So I haven't experienced anything, and I haven't heard anything about the glazing. This is the first time I'm hearing it. So Coach just has a really good kind of like repair policy. I think it's like 1 year. So if you bought it recently, I would try to go to Coach and see if maybe they can swap it out for you. But I have not had any issues, and I've had them for about, I think I've had them for well over a year now. Laura says, hi, Sergio. Happy Friday. Hi, Laura. How are you? Dulce Tusao says, hola, Sergio. Hello. How are you? C says, hello. Desiree says, I'm here, babe, washing the dishes, listening. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. I was this literally within the last hour. I was like, oh my God. The last couple of nights have been like kind of crazy. And so like my apartment was like such a mess. And then barre, trapié, I cleaned the restroom. Like I cleaned everything. and now my apartment's like spotless. It's like beautiful. So I was washing dishes not too long ago, probably 30 minutes ago. I also bought the Bradshaw because of Sergio and Lime. I think it's such a pretty bag, especially with the hardware. I love this little color moment that I have, and then I have my colorful pillow tabbies up there. But I really like this kind of combination. Hopefully I could add a little bit more color into my collection. Let's see. Love your MK green is my favorite color. Yeah, it's like a nice pop. It's like a good lime. It's not super, super neon-y. It's just like literally perfect lime. And that's what I love about it. And especially really good with the silver hardware. Brit Red 313 says, hey Sergio, I'm not into the monogram like you, but I couldn't pass up the new Tory Burch monogram toe. LOL, I love it. Your video led me there. Yeah, I like the T monogram collection. I know kind of like the Gemini version, like the toe, like the one that's like kind of coated canvas. I heard that one is getting discontinued, but I really, there was like this bucket bag that was kind of green. I really want it, but then I just saw the preview for a lot of the things that are gonna be up for fall. That was like on the Tory Burch Instagram, and there's have like a little pochette that's a monogram, and I find that I could do that because it's just like a little bit. But like I said, I like, for me, when it comes to monogram, I like to make sure everything is super spaced out, everything looks super proportional, and I think the T monogram collection, I think the T's aligned, they're not super close, they're not super large, they're just like the perfect. So that's why I like the monogram, and we'll see what else she's going to bring out with the monogram. I heard it's been doing pretty well. Kira Miller says, hi Sergio, what are your thoughts on the Balenciaga clones collections? The BB on Gucci Supreme canvas. Let's see. So the Balenciaga on Gucci Supreme canvas, I mean, I like it, and I see kind of the creativity of it, but it's not something that I would go. And let's see what the Balenciaga, is it the clone collection? Oh, the new collection. I like it. I like it, but not enough for me to like go out of my way, or even like at the end of the sale season, just to go out and kind of purchase it. I like it, but I don't love it enough for me to be like, oh my God, like it's okay. But it's also because Balenciaga isn't like my to-go brand when it comes to designer. I think I go for more like Burberry, I go for more Chanel or Loewe as far as like the aesthetic. But I like it, but it's just not for me. And I don't know, I feel like Balenciaga, there's only so much that they can rely on, but I would love to see where Balenciaga will be within the next 2 years. I'm very surprised. I want to see how far they're going to get along. Sherry says, I thought the Cassie would be a Coach classic. Yeah, I think so too, but even like some of their classic bags, like the penny bag, kind of like their classic bucket bag, those are all classic bags, where even if you go, on eBay, you put vintage Coach bags, a lot of those are really like classic looking. Like they're classic looking, like the leather's really nice. But they have to keep on making new things so people can buy them. So that's why they got discontinued, is my feeling. Or also, I find that also too when it's replenishment styles, like if they do seasonal colors, right? Like this is how it works kind of like in the fashion industry, is so when people do like classic colors, right? And then in the season, let's say they bring out like this Burberry bag in like many fun colors, right? If the fun colors don't do well, that's a sign, and then the replenishment style doesn't do well, that's a sign that they will discontinue an item. But this didn't get discontinued overnight or even like 3 months ago. It got discontinued well over like a year in advance. Like these things don't happen overnight. They happen planned out. So it has been planned out that they would get discontinued, but that's what I kind of heard. Like when it comes to, that's why like in the deep bag, almost all the variations went on sale except this one, but it wouldn't surprise me if the next Coach sale, this bag goes half off. But that's usually how it works. If the fun multi-styles don't do a lot, and let's say they have like a season where, let's say like this didn't sell as well as like previous ones, they're going to discontinue it and replace it with something else. But that's also the cycle of a lot of fashion brands. Like look at, Coach bags from 10 years ago. None of those are still around. None of the Michael Kors bags from 10 years ago, they may have been modified, like maybe like the Michael Kors Hamilton collection or, things like here and there. But especially with the contemporary brands. They really change out a lot, and it wouldn't surprise me out of all the contemporary bags behind me that they will all eventually get discontinued within the next 10 years. It's not going to be like a classic, like a puzzle bag or like a Chanel classic flap or even like a Chloe Marcy. So it's always kind of going to it's always going to change. Even though the bag is classic looking, they have to keep on putting new kind of innovative or kind of modify items so it keeps the customer, especially repeat customers, interested. Or, oh, maybe I just don't want this Coach Cassie anymore because it's discontinued. Because people are like that. People, if this bag gets discontinued, there are people that will not wear it anymore. That's how some people are. So they have to kind of accommodate that for all the customers. And also, they also don't want to get kind of boring or kind of like stiff, or they have kind of like the same thing. So they always have to come out with new things, even if it's classic looking and it's just modified a little bit. Sorry, I kind of went a little bit, but that's just the way I kind of see it. Carly Twin says, hi, how are you? Jordan says, any thoughts on Aspinall of London? I've been loving their brand lately as an alternative to Chanel. I've seen Sophie Shohet talk about Aspinall of London. I think she's gotten bags gifted. And sorry if I'm kind of like shaking. I literally got like bit by something, and it's literally kind of like itching me. But it's very classic looking, kind of very Strathberry vibes. It kind of falls into like a classic alternative. Like it's not like mulberry, like as far as recognition, but it's also well-respected brand. I think Aspinall of London is a well-respected, high-quality leather. I've seen videos of them. I'm going to be honest, I haven't really seen any up and close. I don't think here in Dallas there's any points of distribution like where I can go into like a 4510 or Neiman Marcus or Nordstrom where I can look at them. At Nordstrom, they do have Strathberry bags, and that's why I was able to kind of see them a little bit more in person. But I do really like it, but I wish maybe there was more of a present here in Texas. But in general, I maybe seen one or two Aspinall of London bags in the States. So I would love for maybe them to make a little bit more presence in the States. But I have seen videos about them, but I really haven't had time to kind of play because I have never seen them in person, like super up close. I may just see somebody like passing and just kind of have it. How are you losing weight? Tell us what you eat in a day. I just drink a lot of water. I just eat like a lot of like bananas. Like I just don't eat as heavy processed food as I once did, or super refined sugars, or like, just like the brownies that you see at Target, or like zebra cakes, things like that. I really cut a lot of refined sugars out. I also have like a fruit snack. I also have like things like that. But I just eat more natural foods, like things that are grown, like corn, like strawberries, blueberries, like as an alternative. So if I want, if I'm craving something like a snack, I'll have pistachios. Like I love to eat pistachios, versus back then I would have like 3 donuts from Dunkin' Donuts. You know what I mean? That I would buy earlier in the day. So it's just a lot of it was just really bad eating habits. But as far as like eating the day, it's just been more natural foods, like salads, like little bowls, like with quinoa, more kind of like healthier food. And I just did a lot of alternative. And if I do eat like fast food and stuff, I just don't go as heavy in the quantity as I once did. So if I were to go to Whataburger, I would get a number 1. I would get an additional burger. I would make the fries large. I would make the soda a large. And now if I go to Whataburger, I also have the sandwich the way I want it. I won't get 2. The fries will stay medium, and then I maybe will order the drink if I'm feeling it, but I will stay the same. Or if not, I wouldn't even get the drink. I'll just get the burger and the fries. And so I feel like a lot of it just was by proportions, and then I just kind of reduced a lot of the badness that I was eating. So I feel like that had to do more than even like me working out and stuff. Yes, that has helped out a little bit, but yeah, like they always say, 80% diet and like 20% exercise. It's true. And I think for me, it was more cutting out or not eating as excessive, or not eating because I was kind of bored, or not eating because I just kind of felt like just bored. Or if I felt in my feelings, I would eat problems, and I don't really do that anymore. Daniel says, I got the 2 Strathberry bags, the stylish and pearl, and the slate, and the Lana Osei and tan Strathberry. Do you like them? Do you like them? Right. I think the quality of Strathberry is phenomenally beautiful. I love them, and I really want to add another one. I really want to add a stylist into my collection, like in a nice neutral color. I think that's the next Strathberry bag that I would get. I've had the mini nano one, but that one, it was just like a little bit too small where I couldn't fit everything. But I do want to add a Strathberry bag in my collection. But I'm happy you got Strathberry, and I think they're really great bags. Stel says, any new bags you got your eye on? I want a Bottega bag pouch. I think that's the bag that I want next. Maybe, I don't know, I keep saying that I don't really want a toe again, but I really want the Coach Tyler toe. I really want to get a new Dagny Dover bag just to have a new one. I want to add the Valentino bag, the larger ones, like the larger studs, and like the classic kind of rock stud version, like the little flap with the handle and then the chain. I would love to add that. I would love to add, like, it just changes. Like, I'm kind of like my mood. The Prada crystal bag I really like. So I just kind of I always have a couple bags in mind. It just kind of depends if I go for it or if the opportunity arises itself. But those are some of the few bags that I've been having my eye on. And obviously I want to add a Kate Spade and an MCM bag back into my collection. Let's see. Flink says, hi Sergio, love all your videos and all the tips and secrets. Do you think October is a good month to go outlet shopping? I've been wanting to go to the Burberry outlet in Chicago for my birthday, buy more sale. I think October's it's a good month. It won't be like, because let's say designer sale ends like in July. So usually in August, that's when a lot of the transfers happen. There will be stuff and there will be things that they'll have, but it won't be like a holiday. It won't be like after a summer sale, just because it's kind of like in that weird in between seasons, kind of like April and May, like kind of super, super weird. I mean, towards the end of May, the sales get a little bit better, but I don't know. It's kind of hit or miss. I've been to the Burberry outlet a couple times throughout the years. Day after the Burberry sale ends, like 2 or 3 weeks after that, or even like a month after that, I feel like that's when it gets good. So the Burberry sale, it should have started now. I don't think it has, but it should start maybe very, very soon. So it'll probably end probably mid July, and so that's what I'm saying. Like in August, that's when they would have stuff. You'll find stuff. They may mark down things just to clear inventory, but it won't be kind of like a little bit. It won't be like as like a good as like a transfer where they get a lot of things all at once. What do you think about the gay pride collection of Coach? I don't really like the C's with the rainbows a whole lot. I like the bag that has like that's like a turn lock and that has kind of like the colors, but all leather, like a little bit of puffiness. I really like that one a lot. I just feel like since it's with the C and the rainbows, I don't care for it a lot. I would do it in an SOG, but I would really, really want it to be a small SOG if I do that. But I do like the one that has like a bunch of colors. That's the one that I really like a lot. Random question, but did LV can discontinue the trolley bag in 2016? I can't find it anymore. Somebody just said that earlier in the live stream, so I think yes, what I heard, but I have to do research on that because that's the first time somebody else just mentioned that right now. So it wouldn't surprise me if they did, kind of like how they did. What's the bag? The Eva clutch, and then what was the other one? The favorite. How like those ones were so popular, especially the Eva clutch, and then out of nowhere they discontinued them. So because it was more of an entry level price point bag, and that's why they got it removed, because they were under $1,000, about $1,000. So it wouldn't surprise me because they are trying to focus less on monogram and they're trying to go more as an elevated, more leather brand and exotic. So and like more ready to wear and fine jewelry and other aspects. So that really wouldn't surprise me. But we'll have to look into that. Lizzie says, hi, would you consider the Coach B18 a heavy bag? Yeah, I would say it's a pretty heavy bag. It's not like a Cassie. It's because the leather is really thick. It's a glove tan leather. It has like a lot of hardware. It has like a lot of details. I will say, if I'm being honest, it is a little bit more of a heavier bag for me. I'm a big girl, so I can do the heavier bags. But I will say it is a pretty heavy bag. It kind of reminds me of my Eleanor. It's like this one's a little bit heavier, but it is more of a heavier bag, if I'm honest. But for me, it doesn't bother me because I like I can do with all different sizes. Jennifer says, have you checked out the Celine teen Chofin bags, including the canvas collection or the Chofin shoulder bags? They're most popular in Asia and Europe, but I don't see them as much as on US influencers. I think I know what you're talking about, but I always like to Google everything up just to make sure. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, I see them a lot of European bloggers a lot. I've only seen this bag one time. It's a really, really pretty bag. I would love to add one. I'm not sure how classic it will be in their line, like the box bag. But when I follow this blogger, and it's a really pretty bag. I really do like it a lot. Yeah, it's like the Celine box bag, but kind of like a newer version of it. And I do like the monograms. Like once it's kind of like the hobo-y, or kind of like the one that looks like a mini Boston bag. Those I could care less about, but I do like the it in that version, like the box bag one. That has kind of like a little bit of the monogram. I think the Trumpy. That's I was trying to not butcher it, but the Trumping one I like, but I don't really see them here a lot. I don't know. I find that Celine in Texas isn't how it used to be. I used to see the Celine luggage bags a lot, like even like the small ones. You could tell obviously because like the Celine on it, how it's like the little E on the top, like the little line. I really see a lot of the older bags being carried. I don't really see a lot of new Celine items being carried or like being worn. I know the eyewear does really well because it's very sunny here in Texas, but it doesn't. I just don't see Celine being popular as it once did here in this market. I find that was kind of like a Texas thing, kind of like a Celine luggage bag, like Burberry scarf. Like that was kind of like a fall Christian girl kind of outfit with maybe like long Tory Burch boots or like fry boots. I feel like it was that aesthetic, or Stuart Weitzman thigh high boots. But I don't really see them carried a lot. Even New Celine in general. I would be very interested to see how they do in this region. But I see more Celine doing better in other markets, but in the Texas market, I really don't see it as I once did. Valeria Sanchez puts heart. Hi, how are you? Miguel says, how much is your bag collection worth? I asked last time, but I had to log off. I'm not really sure, but I know it's a little over 30. It could be like, I know it's probably like a lot more, especially because I just added 2 new bags into my collection. But I really don't keep track of it. I mean, I have a file where I keep everything accounted, but I haven't updated since a couple bags that I purchased, so I have to update it. But I think it's well over 30. Purchased the bag around 400, looking for something to carry my 2.9-inch MacBook Pro, and if you think something less glam and smaller than my Tory Team monogram navy toe. 400, carry a 12-inch iPad Pro. So you have the monogram tote. I would try the Tyler tote by Coach. That's a tote that I really, really like. I think it's a really good tote. I like it because the handles go all the way down, and I like the glazing throughout the entire bag. I would check that one, and it's not really big. It's a little bit more like smaller. It's a little bit less thick than the Topher tote. So I would probably check out the Tyler tote, and they actually have some on sale. I think it's 40%. I was thinking if it was 40 or 50, but I would check the Tyler tote. I think it's a really great bag, especially the gray one, because the gray one's on sale right now. What do we think about Burberry sneakers? I love Burberry sneakers. If it's the plaid ones, the only thing is that they can clash with a lot of items. But I prefer more of like the leather ones, or if it's more like something more embossed like this, or you can kind of get away with wearing it with other things. But I do like the sneakers, but I wouldn't have like plaid sneakers from Burberry and then carry like a Louis Vuitton monogram bag. I feel like that would be too much. So you have to be careful about how you style them. I have about 90K worth of bags and jewelry. Do you think I should get it insured? Absolutely yes, Miguel. Absolutely yes. I have everything that I own is insured. You need to get it. Like after this, or even in this live stream, you need to get that stuff insured, baby. You have to get it insured. I cannot wait to do my hair today. I got a haircut today, and I haven't had a chance to style it. That's why I just put on a t-shirt, just kind of like casual vibes before I get all glammed up, allegedly. A good brand to buy a case for my Mac, like plastic case or just a case. If you want like a protective like sleeve, the Dagny Dover one, that's the one that I have. I bought it a couple months ago and I really like it. As far as like just like the sleeves, like the acrylic ones or the plastic ones, I just bought one off of Amazon and it seems pretty fine. But if you do want like a sleeve, the Dagny Dover ones are pretty good. And it also comes with a crossbody strap too. Not that I would ever use it, but it's cute and it's super handy. I'll actually show it to you because I really, really like it. It's really cute. It has a strap on it. I would never use it like that. It's like nice and chunky, but it's like super padded. And then it has a little pocket in here. And then this is the style information. But I really like it a lot, and I think it was worth the money. I think I got mine on sale for like $50, but this is a really good one, and it goes uniform with all the other Dagny Dover stuff that I have. Hola Sergio, saludos de España. Let's see. Saludos España. Thank you so much. Saludos desde Dallas, Texas. Stephanie T says, Miguel, yes, please get it insured. Yes, I would absolutely get that insured. I would have done that even when you were at 20, like $20,000 worth of stuff. I would get it all insured. There's 100 people in here. If we can please give it a thumbs up. If we can get it to 40, I'd appreciate it. Max says, hello all. We have Flink says, thank you. Oh, you're welcome, babe. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to Kiki. Gigi says, yay. Les says, love your channel. Thank you so much. Where would you rather shop for Burberry and Theory clothing, Nordstrom Rack or the actual outlet? For Burberry, for full price Burberry styles, Nordstrom end of season sale is going to be your best friend. Sometimes some of the Burberry that's at the rack, yes, it could be transfers or if it's like a refurbished item, but a lot of it is like it's a direct buy from Burberry and it's not the most desirable items, and they're still kind of expensive because Nordstrom, I think it hits 70 for designer finale, and I think that's like the best time to buy it, or 60. Just keep on put like percentage off and just keep on checking it a couple times a day, or just have an essay. Burberry, I would buy more at the regular Nordstrom on sale than at Nordstrom Rack. I know I've had luck with buying Burberry at Nordstrom Rack, but it was just because it was refurbished and it doesn't happen all the time. And for Theory clothing, I think the Theory outlet has a little bit better deals, and same for the Vince one too. The Vince outlet's pretty good, but I would say Burberry full line Nordstrom on sale, and then I would say Theory at the Theory outlet. Gigi says, by the way, I love when you say gay moments. That girl who said it wasn't good is just a hater. Please keep being you, so cute. Thank you so much, Gigi. I appreciate it. Thank you. Fam says, is the bum bag still in 2021? It's not a heavy push. Like, let's see. In 2018, 2019, it was a big push. A lot of brands did it. A lot of contemporary brands did their version of it. They're not as sold as they once were, but I still like a good bum bag. I still use my Dagny Dover one a lot, and I'm still searching for a nice designer bum bag in my collection. So I would say it's just a classic style. You can never go wrong with it. And the one that I have on my hand on is the nylon Prada one. That's the one that I really like, but not as big force, but it's a classic silhouette, like a bum bag, a backpack, a flat bag. I just think satchels, those are all kind of classic silhouette styles. So for me, there's just not as heavy, but I would still go for it if you're still wanting one, regardless what brand. But the Dagny Dover one's the one that I have. I have everything uniform Dagny Dover. I love them so much. Caja says, hola, yo hablo español y soy de México. Hola, muchísimas gracias por mirando mi live. I appreciate you a lot. Y ojalá te gusta el live. Let's see, Sergio, would you recommend the YSL medium cape bag? Looking to get it for myself as a university grad present. Thank you and love your channel. Samantha, absolutely yes. I wore it out within the last 2 nights. I wore it out Sunday night. It is like absolutely like it gets beat up. Like it goes through the gigs. Like it goes. This bag has been beat up. I've had this for 3 years now. It's still in really good condition. Needs a good like leather cleaner. It needs a good polish. But let me tell you, this bag had through it, and it still looks pretty good. So I'd say yes. The cape is. I know it's $2,000. It's worth every single penny, and I pay full price for it. So I love it. It's classic. It will never go out of style, and it goes well with the new Saint Laurent belt that I just bought. But I do really love it. It's super cute. So yes, definitely worth it if you ask me. I thought it was gonna fall. That's happened before in lives where I kind of like show a bag and it kind of falls. So I got a little scared. It happened last live stream. Lizzie says, thank you. I appreciate you answering my question. Oh, anytime, babe. That's what I'm here for. Ashley says, thoughts of the Celine luggage nano size. I'm not the biggest fan of the luggage as I once did. And if I were to get one, I would get the small one. My friend Raquel has one. She has an old Celine one and a tricolor, like purple. She likes like really fun colors. She really likes it. She has a lot of designer bags, like I think maybe like 15, and that's her most used bag. And the only thing I wish the strap was adjustable, but other than that, I like it. I think it's a really good classic, and I don't think you can ever go wrong with it. I know it was more of a popular bag at one point, but I think for the brand Celine, I think it's a classic one, and especially the smaller ones, I prefer a lot more than the larger ones. Iberi says, "Hey, hello, Sergio. What's going on behind you? More shelves for the bags." So basically, I put the 3 shelves, and I kind of put it angling a wall. I am actually getting one more shelf for shoes here. So all the way up and down, they're all handbags. It used to be, it would stop under and it'd be all footwear. But I just find that I found that all my handbags were very cluttered, and when I would look at the space, it would just make me kind of uninspired. So I made it look more edited. I think it looks more boutique. It looks a lot more nicer. It has more of its space. It has more of its thoughts. There are a couple bags that aren't in the wall. Like I have one pull-in bag that's in the closet, and Marc Jacobs, the tote bags in the closet, and a couple other ones that are in the closet. I will still use them, but I just kind of prefer this edited look. What do you guys think? But I will be adding one more shelves, and that would be for all of my shoes that I want to display. So hopefully I can fit a lot of shoes, because I will say I do have like a lot of sneakers. I may just do a sneaker wall and then just put all the booties and stuff in the closet. I think I may do that, and like the loafers and stuff. And if I do want to buy like acrylic boxes and everything, so they're all in pristine condition, because I really don't keep a lot of my boxes when I buy shoes. I usually just recycle them. Max says, "Love your Saint Laurent tote review." I always butcher that, so that's why I didn't say the rev. I'm not gonna say it, but you guys know what I meant. Would you consider getting the natural colored one with the brown leather handles in either of the 2 sizes? I have seen that one. I do like it. It's a lot more different, because the classic one is just very like if you're like, this one is, people have it a lot more than even the black one. If you do like it a lot, I would go for it. I don't think it would get dirty anytime soon, and I think it's a really great one, and it's a nice alternative than this one here, which because a lot of people tend to go for this one a little bit more. So I like that it's a little bit more different, and people won't have it as much. So I'd say go for it. I actually really like it, and I really like the bags a lot. These are some of my favorite bags in my collection, and for me to have 2 very, very similar bags, that says a lot. Monica says, "I bought an insert for my medium toe far, and I love it. I really need to get one insert. I want to get an insert for the toe far and for my Chanel bags, especially this one. Now my 19 is getting very malleable, and I have like literally a sweater in here, and I really want to have it a little bit more of have a little bit more form to it. So I need to get one. So thank you for reminding me. I need to get one for those 3 bags, because I prefer kind of a little bit more of the organization, but especially on these ones, I find that it gets a little bit more structured. Judy B. Jones says, "My Cassie 19 just," let's see. Oh, I skipped a little bit. Let's see. Judy B. Jones says, "My Cassie 19 just came in the mail today. I'm so in love. Thank you, Sergio, for the praise you gave this bag. It's truly worth the hype." Oh, anytime, Judy B. Jones. I just think it's a really great handbag. I don't think you could ever go wrong with it. And it's such a core handbag that you could have. Even though it's getting discontinued, it's a very classic looking handbag. And so even 10 years from now, it'll still be a relevant one. And in my favorite handbags in my collection, this is going to be one that I want to have forever, because it's such a beautiful and timeless bag. Fam says, "Thank you, Sergio." Oh, anytime, babe. That's what I'm here for. Carolyn Bell says, "I found the cutest Prada moment at TJ Maxx. So sad someone got it before me. Oh, you have influenced me to buying Theory now. The influence worked." I love Theory. What was it? Prada shoes? Was it a Prada bag? You need to spill the tea and let us know. But I love Theory. I like all the contemporary brands, like Vans, Theory, Veronica Beard. Those are kind of my favorite ones. I've been trying to reach out to like ALC and like ATM and some of the other brands, but Vans, Theory, Veronica Beard are kind of my favorite ones, because I could always rely on the quality. I wish DVF was a little bit more popular, but I do like DVF as well. And I do like Boss, but Boss can be very, very traditional. I will say that. Ashley says, "Thoughts on the Celine luggage nano size?" I just answered that question, Ashley. Gigi says, "Thank you so much for giving us more personal stuff lately. And I asked last time and you came through. You're awesome." Anytime, Gigi. I still have a couple more videos. I'm gonna do a little bit more personal. I filmed ones a couple of days ago. They're still getting edited, but they will come through. But like I said, little by little, I'm gonna start opening up a little bit more. But thank you for holding on. I really appreciate it. Les says, can you tell us the location of the last call you go to most frequently? I live in Plano, so anywhere in the DFW area I could drive to. There's only one last call in the DFW area, the one in Plano, the one in Inwood in Dallas, everywhere. Um, they all closed. Like there's no last. There's only like 5 last calls in the states. There's one here in Grapevine. There's one in San Marcos. There's one in Florida and kind of by Miami. There's one in the Cabazon outlets in LA, and then there's like maybe like 2 more. There's not a whole lot left, but I only go to the only one, the one in Grapevine Mills. Aiden Jack says, hi, how are you? Are you in your office or living room? I am in my living room. My living room is kind of my office, but after my lease ends, I'm going to live in a 2 bedroom, and then one of the bedrooms is going to be into an office. Sometimes when my friends come over, they're like, dang, it looks like more of an office space. But, it is what it is. This is my business or like my baby, and that's what I like, and I like it. But I really want to have separated space after my lease ends. A shout out. Aiden Jack just gave you a shout out. Let's see. From to thank you. What's your skincare routine, by the way? My skincare routine is super simple. Literally, what do I use? I just use a simple cleaner. Right now, I'm finishing Mario Badescu one. It's like an acne one. I have it in the shower. I'm about to finish it up. But I do have a video of my favorite beauty products. If you put Sergio's Secret Beauty Favorites, you see all the items that I use. But First Aid Beauty Cream, like it's the super, like the classic one in a jar, the Paula's Choice Exfoliator, the Shiseido Cotton Pads, there's a regular cleanser that isn't heavy, and then the little Mario Badescu, like the one you dip with Q-tips to kind of put in certain spaces. It's super simple, a little bit of SPF. My mom just always said the less mugrero, the less stuff you put on your face, the better that it is. So that's how I've always been, and I think that's my secret to great skin is I don't put a bunch of random stuff on my face. I keep it very nice and simple, and I think skincare routines don't really need to be complicated. And I think there's a lot of things that people don't really need, and so for me, less is more, and it's definitely worked for me. Aiden Jack, it's my 17th birthday. Well, happy birthday, Aiden Jack. Hopefully, you're having a good 17th birthday, and hopefully, you like the shout out. Samantha says, thank you, Sergio. Anytime. Carolyn Bell says, what about the YSL Sunset? Oh, I love the YSL Sunset a lot. Like I said, I think all Saint Laurent ones are very classic looking. I love it a lot. Maybe not enough for me to purchase it, but I do like it a lot. I think it's a classic bag. But anything that like less is more, and I think that's what Saint Laurent is all about. Their clothing, their footwear, eyewear, handbags, belts, like all of accessories. I think less is more with Saint Laurent, even if it's like a print. And I think there's not really a lot of things that I hate from Saint Laurent, other than the Vicky bag that I kind of read through filth, but everything else I really, really like. If we can get it over 50 likes, I'd appreciate it, guys. Or it says, what are your thoughts on the YSL envelope bag? Love your channel. I love the YSL envelope bag. I used to have one in like a beautiful brown color and silver hardware. The reason why I sold it was because back then I didn't have like a lot of designer handbags, so I wanted to have it as a kind of like a crossbody, but it was very narrow and I couldn't fit a lot. Like I put my phone, but once I started putting keys, lip balm, other stuff, it got very cluttered and very thick. I prefer the smaller one, the 1350 one, because it has like a little bit of a better base to it, a little bit base, so you can actually put stuff a little bit more and it doesn't look bulky. If you're using it like as a clutch, as a nighttime bag and not an everyday bag, I would go for the 1550 one, or I think it's 1650 now. And then if you're looking for more every day, I'd probably go for the smaller one. I do like it. I've had the larger one and I like it, but I sold it because back then I didn't have a lot of handbags in my collection. And then if I were to go back and buy one, I would still go for the small one because I prefer that size as a clutch or as a crossbody and shoulder bag. And I also like the base of it a little bit more. Monica says, have you been to the outlets in Palm Springs, California? I'm curious to see what would you recommend there. I was there last year when I was in LA. The Tom Ford outlet was really good. All like the kind of clothing designer stores, so like Max Mara, Escada, all those stores that are designer ready to wear, you can find some really great deals. When I went, the Christian Louboutin store just opened. I didn't go, but I saw the lines. The Loewe store didn't open yet, the Celine store didn't open, and like another store didn't open. But if you love designer ready to wear, you can find really great deals. As far as like bags and accessories, it could be very picked over very easily because it's a very high touristy place. But if you are looking for ready to wear, I think that's your ready to wear destination. Even like at the Theory outlet and Vince, I think you find really great deals. But accessories, not a whole lot, or classic looking. You're gonna get a little bit more funky, and the discounts aren't steep as like a Net-a-Porter or like a Nordstrom or like a Neiman Marcus at the end of the season sale. But I will say, if you love designer clothes or even designer sunglasses, it's your time to shine. And I think, what did I buy? I bought some swim briefs. I bought Saint Laurent blazer, a Max Mara blazer, and a Theory shirt. And I love all those items, and I use all those items very frequently, especially the Saint Laurent blazer. It's gonna look sickening with the Saint Laurent belt that I bought. I'm actually gonna cinch it in my waist, and it's gonna be a moment with the Saint Laurent white boot with the cape bag. It's gonna look really, really pretty. But I would say it's more for me. I see more value as a ready to wear destination than anything else. March, as you seem like a genuinely nice person. I love your videos. Thank you so much, March. I really, really appreciate it. John Flores says, thoughts on the Hermes Constance. I love the Constance bag. I think it's very clean. For somebody that doesn't carry a lot or likes a flap style bag, I think it's a really pretty bag. I would love to add one into my collection eventually. Or actually, I could see myself getting a Constance even before a Birkin or a Kelly. But I think it's a beautiful bag. I love it. I would obviously get like a black color or brown color or like a white color, like a neutral color. And maybe for my Birkin or Kelly, I may do more of a fun color. But I do like the Constance a lot. And I like the H. I just like how very clean it is. It kind of reminds me of my Eleanor. So it kind of gives me Eleanor vibes. And my Eleanor is very easy to style. Dress it up or dress it down. I wore my Eleanor bag today. It was very nice to style. So I really like it. It's like I think it's a little bit more. I think it's a little bit more classier than the Chanel like mini rectangulars or like small flaps. I think I like the base and how clean it looks a little bit more. Let's see. Diary of Samantha says, Sergio, I know you don't approve of Dolce & Gabbana, but what is your opinion on the DG Straw Kendra Kaffa bag with embroidery? Samantha, I'm going to look it up because I don't know a lot about Dolce & Gabbana bags. I just know the Sicily bag, and I think like maybe one or two more. But, okay. Here's with the ones with embroidery. I think it's a pretty bag. I mean, but I definitely go for more. I can see the design going out of style like after a season or two. I definitely do prefer the Christian Louboutin one more. I prefer the Loewe one more and the Chloe one more a little bit more. I like it, but I think it's a little pricey compared to some of the other brands that are out there, if you ask me. Oh, they have one Dolce & Gabbana Kendra medium straw tote. I like that one a little bit more, but I answered your question, but I'm not a big Dolce & Gabbana. I'm not a big Dolce & Gabbana person. Oscar says, take a shot every time he says edited. Yes, I say the word edited every single time. I just love the word, the edit. Like that could be a nice name to have, but the edit, I love it. Christine L says, love your Anina Bing tea. How's the quality and are they worth it? I did buy this one full price last year. I love it a lot. The quality is really good. It washes very nicely. I don't dry them. I have dried other ones in the past and they hold up pretty good, but I do like the quality of them. It's a really nice quality t-shirt. And for me to pay full price, because I pay full price for it and I don't pay full price for a lot of things, I think it's worth it and I like it. And a year later, I'm still wearing it and I'm going to still wear it like even from a year from now. Let's see. Michelle says, I just ordered the YSL Puffered turquoise type of blue. My first YSL. Congratulations on your first YSL, Michelle. I'm looking for a good card wallet that goes with all types of bags. Recommendations. Thank you so much for all your content. I would say the envelope, kind of like, I think it's called the YSL like French wallet. It's $4.25. I like that it has the flap. I think it looks very elegant. And I like that it's that grainy leather like my cape bag. So it's going to hold up really well. And it's a nice to transition from old bags or just even putting it in your pocket. So I would go for that one, the envelope one, a little bit more than the classic card case or some of the other ones, because I find that that's very classy looking. It's a great price point. And because if you once you start going to like other brands, even like Louis Vuitton, that's canvas, you'll pay a little bit more. And for me, I love the Saint Laurent one. And if I didn't have a lot of the wallets I do have now, that's something that I would add into my collection. Diana says, what do you think about buying at the Saint Laurent San Marco outlet mall? Yes or no? I think the bags are 30% off. I can find better deals elsewhere. I can source them myself through like get better deals. Like last I got this one for 1,075. This bag, if first of all, this bag will never even be at Saint Laurent because it's a classic one. But like if it's a nice fun color, it's only going to be 30% off. So for handbags, not the best. I'm going to be honest. Um, for shoes, yes. For ready to wear, yes. For glasses, no. If you like ready to wear and shoes, you can find really great deals. But as far as the accessories, I would skip it. I've never bought a Saint Laurent accessory at the outlet. I only bought in just ready to wear a couple pieces, and I love all of them. For me, I see it, like I said, I see it more as a ready to wear destination or footwear destination more than a handbag destination. Sandy Smith says, good afternoon. Smash the like button. Yeah, let's smash the like button, please. I appreciate it. Cheryl says, just drop into the live stream. Keep up the good work, Sergio. Thank you so much, Cheryl. I appreciate it. Monica says, I got my Tofar insert from Etsy. Okay, I'm gonna check that out because I definitely want to get them for all of them, but Etsy's the way to go. So thank you so much, Monica. Brianne says, hey Sergio, I was wondering, do you have any insights on the price increase on pre-love websites? I want to purchase something, but I'm just wondering if I should buy brand new instead. It depends the item and the availability and what it is. So for me, if a Chanel handbag, if I'm only saving $500 and it's in new condition, honestly, I would just rather buy a brand new. If it's something that's over retail, I don't pay over retail on anything as of now. So it's just going to depend what the item is and what type of deal you're getting. If the savings is less than 20%, I'm gonna buy a brand new. I haven't bought like a lot of pre-love items within the last kind of year. I mean, I have, but like it's just like my friends sell them to me. Like I'm not like going through like Fashion File and stuff. I think the last time I bought something from Fashion File it's been a long time. I think it's been my hmm, hmm, I think it was my Chanel wallet. So that was almost 2 years ago. But it's just always going to depend what it is. If anything, Fashion File sent me a candle like for Christmas. That's the thing that I got. But for me, it just depends what it is. If it's like a Balenciaga City bag that's vintage, it's like $400, go for it. If it's a nice bag like a Chloe Marcy, you can get a really great deals on the Chloe Marcy's. The classics, go for it. A Givenchy to go in there pre-loved in good condition, it's like half off, go for it. A Celine, go for it. But once it's between that 20% range, if I get my hands on it and it's very easy to find, I can go on the website or into the stores, I would much rather buy it brand new. But it just depends what it is, if you ask me. Lourdes says, what are your thoughts on this small Shea Coach purse? It's $150 on the sale, worth it, or should I wait and go for a lower price? Let me look it up right now just to make sure. I always like to do that. It may have another markdown, but it may go down to 50. But I mean, I think for 210, I think it's a really great price point from 350. I mean, I would wait, and you may get it, but you may not. But I think it's a really great price point, if you ask me. But it'll probably have another markdown, if I'm being honest. What are your thoughts on Coach Vintage? Worth it? Yes. The full leather ones, yes. Kind of like the poppy phase, like the kind of very monogrammy ones. I don't think they're worth it. They're not my cup of tea. But all like the nice, like thick leather, absolutely yes. I think they're worth it. Cheryl says, Sergio just received the Cassie 19 in black. I'm not really feeling it. I'm not really feeling like I want to keep it since you have the same bag. Can you share how you feel is so great about this smaller version? I just love it because it's like a good top handle. I like the chain on it because I was able to put the chain on this one. I just like it a lot. I mean, you can fit your phone here, and I just like how structured it is and how it fits like a good amount of stuff. My phone was on the charger, but I like it. It's very easy, carefree. It's not going to be stiff like my Kate bag. It's also not going to be scratchable like my Pete bag. So I just like how it's just very easy and wearable, and I like the dog tag a lot. So I like it a lot, but honestly, Cheryl, you're going to be the one using it, and if you're not feeling it, I give you reasons why I love it, but if you're not going to wear it, it's going to be sitting in your closet, babe, then I just probably return it. But for me, I love the bag, so it's still going to be in my collection. Let's see. Blondie says, I'm so happy to catch you live. I lost a lot of weight recently buying a new wardrobe. Not sure where to begin. Budget's about 1K. I want a classic look. Any help appreciated. Love watching you for inspo. Congratulations on the weight loss. I would start, if you have Uniqlo, I would go to Uniqlo, get yourself some classic t-shirts, like just like plain t-shirts, like trousers and stuff like that. And then I would probably go to like Nordstrom Rack, and you can find, I would say more online for denim. Just buy like a lot of like Mother, AG, just buy a bunch of jeans and try them all at home, and well, whatever fit you want, and then just return the rest. But I would start with Uniqlo for really great basics. They're high quality, like the classic I have over a year, no stains, they look brand new, and they wash really well. They're only $15 or $20. I'll start with Uniqlo, start your basics there, and kind of go from there. And then I would also kind of look like on Poshmark and stuff, because you can find some really great deals on some pre-loved items. But if you live near an outlet, I definitely hit up your Vince and your Theory outlet. You can get some really high quality pieces. And then on the Veronica Beard website, sometimes you can get like blazers under $200. So that's a really good start to kind of start your kind of curated collection. But Uniqlo is definitely the move if you want great price points and kind of have like a nice stem, or if you want to maybe try a khaki trouser, but you don't know if you want to buy more heavier price point one. I would buy it from there, because then you get to know, but it's still going to be great quality. Portia Scott says, you think luxury luggage is worth the investment? Love from Louisville, Texas. I don't think so. Well, Ramova luggage, yes. Tumi luggage, yes. Louis Vuitton, Chanel, like all that. You become a Target, and I would say no, it's not. Even like, no, yeah, I wouldn't. No, I don't think it's worth it. But like Ramova luggage, I have 3 Ramova luggage, large, medium, small. Love them. They work really well. Tumi is a phenomenally great company for luggage. I would say in that sense, like if it's more like a luggage brand that do luggage, yes. If it's like a Louis Vuitton doing luggage, or like a Chanel, or like some other brands, I would say it's not worth it if you ask me. But Louisville, so we're super close. Hi from Dallas. Sam says, hey from Scotland. Hey, how are you? Sean says, ever plan on getting a Birkin? Yes, eventually I will. I just don't know the time frame. It could be tomorrow. It could be a week, a year, 2 years, 10 years. I don't know when, but eventually I would love to add one into my collection. But right now I love all the other bags that I have in my collection currently. Gigi says, always like, come on friends, let's get the likes up on this Friday. Yes, we have 66 likes. If we get it to 75, I appreciate it. Shout out to all 130 people on this live stream. I love each and every single one of you. Sam says, do you think the Balenciaga Hourglass is a passing trend or here to stay? My opinion, I think it's a trend bag. I definitely see them discontinuing it within the next 2 years. My friend Haley Hall has an Hourglass bag. She loves it. I don't think she'll ever sell it. So I will say I could see it not being a core item and kind of passing away as far as like through Balenciaga. It's a cute bag though. I'm not going to say that it's not, but I think it is more of a trend if you ask me. Les says, what are your thoughts on the brand Everlane? I tried it. I like it, but when people were hyping up Everlane, I was expecting a little bit more. So when I saw it, I couldn't let my hopes down. I know they're kind of, I can see their business practice and stuff. I don't have anything Everlane. I'm not gonna lie, I was very disappointed. When I placed the order from Everlane, everyone was talking about how great Everlane was. When I got it, I was just like, I don't understand the hype. And I bought like 10 pieces and I returned it all. I like it. It's a very kind of classic brand, but I wasn't wowed like how people were making it seem like it. All my friends said, oh my God, Everlane. And when I saw it, I just wasn't impressed and I returned all of it. But this was all over 2 years ago. So I'm pretty sure if I place a new order, there may be things that I would like. But first impressions, I really wasn't impressed with it. Just maybe because I had so much high hopes for them. Says, I'm a real time looking for workwear. What's a good office where Moment Sis needs help? Veronica Beard. Veronica Beard has something on her website. The Veronica's, you can get really pretty like Veronica Beard like dresses, like blazers and pants, and every kind of 3-day weekend they always do like extra 20% off sale. So this last Memorial they did 20% off sale. I would probably wait till 4th of July to see if they have a sale like an additional. But Veronica Beard insists you can get some really cute Veronica Beard clothes for like 60-70% off, and then you get additional 20% off, free shipping, fire. But I will say all sales is final. But I have been seeing a lot of Veronica Beard clothes go on T-Max runway. in stores. So if you do want to check it out in store, I would check it out there. But Veronica Beard is the move. Tom says there's only one more last call than the four you mentioned. The outlets in Orange, California. Oh, I didn't know that. So Orange, California is the one the cab is on, right? Or it's like I think, or is it two? I think it is two. Yeah, but there's not. Yeah, there used to be a lot of them, but I like how they're more edited now because they actually get really, really nice stuff. Especially the warehouse is in Irving, Grapevine Mills is in Grapevine, Texas, and it's like 15 minutes away. So we get a lot of good deals. I mean, I love Last Call. It's my guilty pleasure. Cynthia C says happy Friday, Sergio. Happy Friday to you, Cynthia. Les says mules are the move, and a monochromatic look with differing textures looks more professional and stylish. This is for you, Malika. Yes, mules are the move. Mules are so comfortable, but yet they're so stylish. The two mules that I have, my Gucci and my Row ones, I wear them all the time. I wear them kind of like sandals, but they're still super dressed up. So monochromatic look is the move, and mules are the move. They're comfortable, they're stylish, and it's a great alternative than some of the other footwear options that are out there. So I agree with you, Les, and thank you so much for taking that. Sam says, what do you think is going to be the next big it bag? I think Alaya is going to make a big comeback. I already see department stores re-adding Alaya or buying more heavy into Alaya than they once did. I really think Alaya is going to come out with a bag that's going to be taken strong by social media. I just feel it. I feel it. I feel it. I think Alaya is going to have a nice bag comeback, because they have like the really pretty laser cut bags. But I really think Alaya is going to be the next one that's going to blow up. I just feel it. I don't know which style, but I know Alaya for sure. Yves says Chanel bags are better than Louis Vuitton. I had to replace the handles on my LV and it was expensive. Oh my God, yes. A replacement on anything Louis Vuitton is super, super expensive. Oh yeah, super expensive, like ridiculously expensive. Sometimes it makes you want to just buy a new bag. I think they do that on purpose. Don't get ripped off. Treble says Alexander McQueen, watch out for the European brands coming back strong. I know through department stores and through websites that sell the McQueen sneakers, that's their number one SKU. Now that Gucci has taken more of a refined setback, they don't wholesale a lot as they once did. McQueen sneakers is like what really runs a lot of these shoe floors. So I do see McQueen coming back, and I do like the new rebranding they did within the last 2 years, like the new packaging and stuff. I really, really like. But yeah, McQueen is definitely the move, and I think their handbags are really great price points, and I could see being more popular than what it is now. And the shoes are really great. Is a really great foundation for them to be more successful. Thoughts on the monogram Toy Lulu? I like it, not enough for me to buy like the monogram one, but I do like the Toy Lulu a lot. I used to have a dark pink one, and it was a great bag, and I can say nothing bad about it. So I think it's a good, but I just probably wouldn't go for the monogram one. We have 153 people. If we get it to 85 likes, I appreciate it. Dennis says, hi, Sergio. Just wanted to ask your opinion. What type of Chanel bag is good to invest in? All Chanel classic flaps and caviar, and you can have fun color with it. I think it is worth it. 19 bags, they're very popular right now, but if you do like the 19, I think it's a great one. The boy bags, just the smaller versions, and that's about it. And if you do want a good pre-loved find, I think the Chanel GST tote you can never go wrong with. But Chanel classic flaps, it's a small boy bag, and all 19s because they're very popular. But the 19s may differ throughout the years. Like 5 years ago, I would have said just any version of boy bag, but now the smaller one. So that could be the case where, maybe my maxi size isn't the most desirable 19 size in a couple years from now versus right now it's such a hot bag. But I would say those ones are worth it, if you ask me. I wouldn't go for like the trendy or like the Coco. Oh, actually, the Coco handle's classic looking, but I would go for the flat bags a little bit more. Alex says, you're so cute. Love your videos. Any recommendation on a small tote or crossbody I could use for work? The Marc Jacobs, the tote bags are a really great one. It's under $200, and I do like the strap on it. The strap is really thick, kind of like the Snapshot. I think it's really, really great quality, and I go for it. It's nice and canvas. It's wearable, and then Dagny Dober has like some cute crossbodies that are neoprene. I also like those as well. And then I think if you do want a cute crossbody, I think a Prada nylon crossbody, I think you can never go wrong with. Well, so those are gonna be the ones that I'm gonna recommend. But I think the Marc Jacobs tote bags are a really great one because you can carry it as a tote, but you also have that strap to use as a crossbody or shoulder bag, and it's really great quality. And I really like the price point of it. I meant what type of Chanel bag. So small boy bags, 19s, and all classic flaps. Just Jay says, I love you. Your fashion is everything. Thank you so much. Just Jade, I really appreciate it. Blondie says, I just paid $200 for a pre-loved vintage YSL boat bag in the dark brown that I love for the colder months. Do research first. Couldn't afford it otherwise. Yeah, a lot of you can find really great deals on the pre-love market. You just always have to look, and sometimes you have to go away from like Fashion File and the real to find them. But you can find really great deals on pre-loved handbags. I'm going to be focusing more on pre-loved and replica handbags. Like I'm going to make it more of an emphasis to talk about, and I'm going to kick it off tomorrow by telling you the story time about how a department store sold me a fake designer handbag, and that'll be the video for tomorrow. So that's going to be the first one we're going to kick off, and we're going to start talking about it a little bit more. April says, is the Michael Kors Bedford Legacy extra small logo a good alternative to the LV Speedy Nano? They're about the same size. I think it is, and the PVC that's on the Michael Kors bag, I find it's a little bit more stiffer than the canvas monogram. So I think it's a really great alternative. And if anything, it's going to be a lot more sturdier. And if anything, I find that it's going to hold up a little bit better. So I think it's a great alternative. Socially, Stacey, hey, boo, hey, let me get my drink. Oh my God, yes, I need a drink after this live. But water is my drink right now. So cheers to everybody watching. Jennifer says, I just saw you are live and just watching you now because I really love your bag reviews and your personality. Really love your channel, Sergio. Thank you so much, Jennifer. I really appreciate it. Gladys says, hi, how are you? Blondie says, thank you. I love Nordstrom Rack and we'll check out the other shops. I've been loving H&M for blazers and Madewell for jeans so far. Yes, Madewell does have good jeans. I did forget to say that. I don't shop at Madewell as much as like my mom does. My mom actually really likes Madewell jeans. She likes good American too because she likes to stretch on them. But you can never go wrong with H&M blazers too. I think third pieces you can never go wrong with from H&M at all. Or like even like the blazery sets, I've always been a big fan of those. River says, what are your thoughts on Stella McCartney bags? Oh my God, I just sourced one for one of my friends. I'm going to post it on Instagram after this live. I love Stella McCartney. I would love to re-add one back into my collection. I'll probably get like a small Falabella. But I love Stella McCartney a lot. I have a couple of her ready to wear pieces, and nothing's really disappointed. And I don't mind paying a premium for vegan leather. And I love everything she stands by and everything that she supports. And I have nothing but respect for that. So I love Stella McCartney, and I would love to add one of her bags into my collection. My goal is to always have at least one handbag from each brand. That's what I would love to have. That's why my handbag collection is so diverse, because I see beauty in a lot of things. What's your first bag? Oh, and also any tips for buying bags? If my first bag was Coach monogram camera bag for contemporary, and then for designer was a Louis Vuitton like men's briefcasey bag. Those were the first two, and then after my Louis Vuitton one, I got a Prada Luxe too, and I bought that. I think I was a sophomore in high school, and so those are going to be like the first bags that I bought. And tips: just stick with your guns to what you like and don't settle for less. Like, for example, let me just using this as an example. Okay, this one retails for $295. This is $350. You only have $295. You want to have instant gratification and you don't want to wait maybe the week or whatever it takes you to buy this one. Do not do that. Buy what you love more and what you're going to get more wear of. So that means you have to wait a little bit longer and you don't have to settle for this. And by the end of the day, you're going to be more happy with that. That's what I would do. So don't settle, and if you really like, be realistic. But don't settle for anything, because I've done that in the past where I just kind of settle for whatever, and I just end up selling it and I take a loss, or it was just kind of, I could have just avoided the entire thing. So really stick to what you really like, and don't let other people really take your opinions or persuade you not to buy it, because a lot of people have told me that in the beginning when I started my handbag collection that oh, it's a waste of money, stuff like that. I don't. I love it, and it makes me happy. Um, let's see. Sean says, would you want to go to a Britney Spears concert? Absolutely, yes. I've never been to a Britney Spears concert, but I would love to see Britney Spears live. Yes, yes, yes. She has a story, says, hi, Sergio. Sorry, I'm late. Oh, no, you're good, babe. You're good, you're good, you're good. Do not worry about it. I'm happy that you're here. Is a LV wallet nicer Father's Day? Yes. LV wallet. I'd probably go for a leather. I've seen the leather ones put up a little bit better. I would go for Gucci if it was me. But I would go for a Louis Vuitton one, but I would make sure it's leather so it will hold up a little bit better over time. But I think it's a really great gift. I gave my dad like a Burberry one. I saw him earlier today, and he likes it a lot, and it's leather. So as long as it's leather, I'd say go for it. Cassandra says, if you could travel to anywhere in the world, where would it be? It would be London. I want to go back to London very, very soon. That's where I want to be next. But I have a couple of US trips I'm going to do. I'm going to do a couple Mexico trips. And then after that, depending how restrictions is, I would love to go back. Thoughts on Birkenstocks? I like them a lot, but not enough for me to buy them. I tried to have some in the past. I just don't care for them on me, and I also have wide feet, and my feet aren't attractive. Like, they're not cute, like they're wide feet. I like them, but I just don't like them on myself. But I think Birkenstocks is a very classic, like the Valentino collection, and just like the core ones that you see all the time. Tom says Cabazon is Desert Hill Outlet. Oh, okay. I don't know. When I first went there, I got kind of confused. I thought Cabazon was the name of the city, but oh no, Cabazon is a city, and then the outlets are called Desert Hills. Okay, got it. I don't know. I got confused, especially when I did the maps. When I was driving there last year, I got like a little lost. I went through it a little bit, but thank you so much for clarifying that. Let's see. Miss Beanie Boost. Hi, Sergio. Just purchased the Chanel 19 in black. I love the bag so much. It's so gorgeous. I was wondering, do you still think that they will stay relevant long term? Love your channel. For the foreseeable future, and that means within the next 5 years, yes. The Chanel 19 has been doing phenomenally well for Chanel. And so as long as it's producing income for them and people are still checking for it, people don't really check for the boy bag as much. Like, there's not a lot of colors produced as there once was. So their focus is more on the 19, the classic flaps. So I think for the next 5 years as a wardrobe investment or just to have, yes. And I will always have my Chanel 19 bag. I don't think I'd ever sell it. I love it. And like I said, there's a story with it. And I love it. But in the next 5 years, I definitely do see it still being relevant. Sonia says, Sergio, do you think Cartier jewelry is a good investment purchase? Yes. I don't really like everything from a full jewelry line, but I love almost everything from Cartier. So I would say yes. Tom says, Sawgrass Mills, Florida, Grapevine Mills, San Marco outlets, Desert Hill Cabazon, and outlets at Orange, California. Those are the two. Okay, so those are all the last call, guys. So if you guys want to look at that, maybe take a screenshot. Those are all the last calls that they have in the US. Thank you so much for typing that down below. And then Tom says, I miss the two that they used to be close to me at the Great Mall of the Bay Area and San Francisco Premium Outlets. I hear the San Francisco Premium Outlets are pretty fire. I would definitely want to go there. Jessica Sanchez says, do you like Senrev? I actually do like Senrev. I know Senrev gets a lot of hate, but I do like Senrev. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys. Paula says, hi, Sergio. I love your new bag. It's fire. Thank you so much, Paula. I appreciate it. I literally bought like 2 bags like the other day. I bought the little Gate Chloe Mercy, and then I just bought this one in black too. It still has all the plastic on it. I told my mom that I think I'm just going to give my mom the black one. I think I'm going to hold on to it for like maybe a little bit. I think I'm just give it to her so me and her can be twins, because me and her now have Chloe Mercy's, and then me and her can have Saint Laurent camera bags. So I think that's kind of a mood. Yves says, what's the 3 most expensive purchases among your bags? My Chanel Classic Flap, my Chanel 19, and probably my Saint Laurent Kate bag. I think those are the 3 most expensive bags. There's 2 Chanel bags and the Kate. Everything else I get either on sale or pre-loved. Yeah. Like, for example, the cassette is $3,200, but I didn't pay $3,200, so it's what I paid. So I would say the 2 Chanels and the Kate bag, I was gonna say the Bottega Veneta Jody because now it's the same price as the K because it had a price increase, but I bought it when it was 17 at 90. Um, Best baguette style bags. I like the Coach Swinger one a lot. I like the classic Fendi baguette. And what's another one that I like? And I also like the Michael Kors Bradshaw too, and then the Coach Tabby as well. I would say those are kind of my favorite baguette styles that are out in the market. NFV says, you got me to love Coach again, got catchy swinger and another, I can't remember in the name all last week. I mean, welcome to the Coach family, and welcome to love Coach again, Anna. You're going to love it. And I've been seeing a lot of the new things that are going to come out for Coach. It makes it seem like I work for Coach. I don't. But I'm just a very big fan of Coach. And I'm so excited to see what other things are going to come out from Coach. And Coach is one of my favorite brands. I love it. And I love to rep Coach proudly. So I'm glad that you got to love Coach. Grimes, the Don says, what's the best designer to purchase during Black Friday? Anything that isn't like Gucci, Prada, Louis Vuitton, Hermes, Chanel, because they're kind of going towards a different direction. So Saint Laurent, Balenciaga, McQueen, those brands you can, Chloe, Burberry, those are the type of Tom Ford. Those are brands you can get a little bit more better deals, probably like 10% off, not on the actual websites, but like Louis Vuitton, Roma, Farfetch, you can find a little bit more better deals for Black Friday. You're like anywhere from 10 to 15% off for a classic, like a classic Lulu. So I would say that's the best time or the best designers to buy from for as far as like handbags. But yeah, I would say those ones. What are your opinions? What are your thoughts and opinions on thrifting? Cassandra asked this question, like finding designer items at the thrift store. I would say, I mean, I'm here for it. I want to get back into thrifting. I just haven't had the time to do it, but I do want to get for it. And I'm all here for people finding designer items at the thrift store. More kudos to them, and I'm happy. I love it though. I love to see people find a good find. But if you can get, I think for me, as long as it's not a replica, I'm here for it. I love me a good designer find at the thrift. Tea time with Efren says, hi Tofar twin, love your Chanel and you being catted about everything. Oh, thank you so much. Just here, just kicking up with the girls. We have 90 likes. If we get it to 100, I appreciate it, guys. How much is that black Chanel bag? Coney's Vines. I think as of right now, I think it's 6,100. I believe it's going to go to 64 within the next 2 to 3 months. But I bought mine when it was 58. Have you ever heard of 24S site? Any thoughts? It's anything under LVMH. So they're going to have like Louis Vuitton and a bunch of other brands. I know that the prices can be a little bit lower than the US standard retail. I mean, I'm here for it and it's under LVMH and everything's going to be 100% authentic. So I don't think you can never go wrong with it. Coney's Vibes, how much is the Chanel bag? So 61 and it's a single flap. So I don't know what the last price of it was a single flap, but if you're looking for a double flap in that version, I think it's 67, but I could be a little bit wrong, but somewhere around there. Flink just love the advice. Thank you so much. What's your thoughts on designer heels for wider feet? I'm looking at the kitten heel from Louis Vuitton and Jimmy Choo. I'm 5'8" and can easily feel like a giant in heels. Jimmy Choo Romy Pump, babe. Go next time, go to the department store, go to the Jimmy Choo boutique. Any version of the Romy Pump, you have to try them. Jimmy Choo, if I were to get back, if I were to buy heels, I would not buy like Chanel ones, I would not buy Dior ones, I would not buy any other brands. I would buy either a Manolo Blahnik BB. They are a little bit narrow, but a Jimmy Choo Romy Pump, try that one, and it's life-changing. If I'm gonna wear heels again or starting getting into heels, if I want to do that, I best to believe my first heel purchase is going to be a Jimmy Choo Romy. Check it out because you're gonna like it. I learned a lot about Bali and Furla bags. I'm surprised at the cost. Yes, I think Furla bags are reasonable. I think they're really well made and it does well. I think Bali's a little bit pricey, but it's also because it's not really. They don't have a market here in Texas. Like every time there's only a Bali store in Houston, and I think they have an outlet at the San Marcos, and you can always find it you can find Bali stuff like at the rack and stuff all the time. I like it; they're well respected, but I don't know where they'll be in the foreseeable future. Hi, Sergio. Will you ever get an apartment tour or room tour? Yes, Once I move out, my lease should end in a couple months, very, very soon. So after that, I will do a full tour of everything. Just right now, I kind of want to be a little bit more discreet. But once I'll do a tour of this, and then I'll do tours of me looking for another apartment, and I'll vlog it all for you guys, and then I'll just show you which one I picked. But yeah, we will get it, but just not now. Tasha says, Sergio, are you going to add more color to your summer collection? Love your bag, so deciding what Coach tabby I want. Help. I would go for the classic tabby in the cream color. I love it, especially with a nice chain. But I will be adding more color into my collection. I don't know what more colors I want. I just kind of go with the flow. So I have these two blue ones, red, green. I wouldn't consider navy like a pop color because it's a classic. And then I have the two, the rouge pillow, and then the vintage purple or the deep purple tabby too. So I have a little bit of color, definitely very out of my comfort zone, but I definitely do see myself adding a little bit more gay color into the collection. I want to buy myself a Prada for my birthday. Any suggestions? What are your favorites? Prada Lux Toe, I would go for it, but I would go the pre-love route. If you're going to go for anything nylon, I would buy it brand new. But honestly, you can never go wrong with the reissue by, oh my God, I think my bracelet, no, my Lagos bracelet's about to break. Oh my God, look. Good thing I caught it because it's going to be like my Lana where it's going to break. Look, it's about to break, so I have to send it to repair. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. But I would say a Prada nylon or the pochette style, but in the leather one, the crossbody, that's 1990 with little pochette here. I love that one. I think that's such a wearable bag, and it's more of a dressier version than the nylon. So that's what I would recommend from Prada. Can you share some of the new items that are coming out for Coach? If you go on the person's, like, if you go on the Coach Instagram account, go on who they follow. I think his name like Stuart something. There he has like all the new bags that are going to come out. Oh my God, I can't believe my Lagos bracelet was about to fall. I'm so glad that I caught it because tonight it would have spilled all over the place and I would have been upset. But I would look at him and I'll see what he has. But a lot of the new bags that they're coming out is really, really pretty. More extra off says, are Coach bags worth buying? If they're all leather, absolutely yes, 100% yes. Megan Gonzalez says, what do you think of the Chloe mini Daria? I like the Daria bag. I like it a lot. I prefer the smaller versions more than the larger ones. I like how the inside has the kind of that little monogram thing on it, like the monogram, like the little Chloe. I like the details of the glazing. I love the Daria bag a lot, so I think it's worth it. Maybe buy it for 10 or 15% off, like a little bit of a discount, just small, or pre-loved. I probably wouldn't buy full price if you ask me. Dylan says, what are your favorite designer backpacks? Prada backpacks I really like. I like Gucci backpacks. I like Prada nylon. Gucci, I'm not a big monogram person, but I'm kind of here for a Gucci monogram backpack, or even like the leather, like embossed ones with the GGs. Those are pretty nice. I do like those. I would say those two are kind of my favorite ones. It is maybe controversial. I used to have an MCM backpack as the small one, and I really liked it. The quality was really great. And some people may consider MCM designer, some people not. I do consider it designer, and I really like that one too. Cassandra says, hey, I'm from Chicago and saw you went to Chicago. Did you happen to check out Last Chance? Also love your channel. No, I was gonna go the last day, but by the time we would have went there with traffic, I would have only had like 20 minutes to spare. So I just decided not to go. But next time that I go, I will make a priority to go. But fortunately I didn't go. But I do want to go. Angie says, hi, how are you? I just added the Jimmy Choo Romy 60 to the cart. Thanks, love. Yeah, you're going to love the Romy pumps. They're some of the most comfortable. And if you read the reviews, they're phenomenally well. Like, nobody really says anything bad about the Romys. Miss Monique said, where did you purchase your new YSL tote? Did you pay full price? I bought it at last call for 50% off. I think I paid $5.95 for it, or 600 and something. But that's where I bought it from. Tasha says, how has your beat bag leather loosened up? I know you can't really overstuff them. It really hasn't loose. It's still pretty stiff. I mean, yes, it's smooth. It's gone like a little bit softer. When I first got it, it was a lot more rugged, but it's not like my Cassie where it's like super like malleable. But it has gone like a little bit not super like super like it's a sturdy bag, but it definitely has like a little bit of something to it. But it has loosened up a little bit, and I do like it a lot. But I like it. I like that it's stiff, but I like how it has a little bit it's loosened up just a little bit. Let's see. Is a Chanel Urban Spirit backpack still in production? My understanding, no, it's not. Yeah, my understanding it's not. Maybe in other markets it could be, but my understanding that it's not in production anymore. Jamie Lee says, would you ever release your own bag line? Yes, I see myself just having a full line of everything, accessories. I love eyewear a lot. I love eyewear. I love handbags. I love scarves. Like I just love it all. And so I would want to make sure everything that I do is perfect. But yeah, that's something that I can definitely see myself do in the future. What's your favorite Burberry pieces that has been your best deal on a Burberry item? Oh my God, I have like so many, but honestly, I have like almost everything that I have from Burberry I've gotten on sale. So I have like this really pretty like navy suit. I got it for like 90% off, and it was through the rack at Nordstrom Rack. It's like a $2,000 suit. I paid like what, 400, and then with the discount, I got it for $300, and with alterations, I paid 100. So $400 for a beautiful navy tailored Burberry suit, men's. That's a really great deal. The long Burberry trench coat, the monogram one that retails for $3,000. I bought that one at TJ Maxx for $399 in like November. It's one a really great purchase. The pink silky one that I wear a lot, that one retailed for over $1,000, I think $1,090. And even with 60% off, I think I didn't buy it when it was 70, 60. It was like $427. It was a lot of money. I really wanted it, but I had like a $200 Nordstrom note, so I put it towards it. I only paid like $200. I thought that was worth it. I have a Burberry camel coat, beautiful, that I bought this time last year before I went to Denver during designer finale, and it was 70% off. And it's a beautiful camel coat. I got it for like $500 from like 2000. One of my favorite purchases ever. And then I have a quilted one too that I like a lot. But those are some of my favorite Burberry deals. I can't pick one, but if I have to pick three, it would definitely be the suit, the full plaid one, and then I would say the camel coat. But the one that I wear the most is the camel coat. The plaid one's a little bit too loud for all the time, and the suit, I don't wear the suit all the time, but it's a nice classic navy suit to have. But I would say the long kind of camel coat, like my Tory Burch one, love it a lot. Hi, can you compare the fabric of your two YSL totes in Edmond? Yes, I did compare them. I did my not the last video, but the video before that. I did a full review on both of them, comparing them. I would check it out, and I'd go very, very into detail. Tasha says, thank you. Oh, anytime, babe. Diana says, Louboutin heels, kill. I bought a pair and couldn't walk in them. Any advice on learning how to walk in them? Love your channel. I think on the heel, I would put like a little bit, like those little silicone sponges, and I would just put some music on, some Feeling Yourself music, and then just start walk, like Saucy and Santana. Walk, walk, walk. Let me see you walk. So that's how I would do it. Cassandra says, if you collaborate with any brand, what brand would it be? Let's do 3 brands. Anina being ex Sergio's Secret, I'd love to see that. Tory Burch ex Sergio's Secret, I'd love to see that. And Coach ex Sergio's Secret, would love to see that. And those are the 3 ones that come into my mind, because I love all those brands. And maybe, I mean, any brand I would love to do, like even like Oliver People or The Row. But I think those 3 are the ones I would love to do. OMG, Sergio's back at it again. OMG, you made back again. Kelsey, Mary, love your YouTube live, Sergio. Oh, thank you so much, babe. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you. Do you like Cartier jewelry or Chanel handbags? I love Chanel handbags and I love Cartier jewelry. I don't own anything from Cartier, not even a fragrance or anything, but I would love to add some into my collection. But I'm gonna add some before the end of the year, and I do think Cartier is worth it. Taya says, hello, Sergio. Hello, how are you? Dylan says, what's a brand that you would never pay full price for? Would I never pay full price for? I would never pay full price for a lot of designer ready-to-wear. St. John, like Lafayette, like a lot of Vincent Theory, that stuff goes on sale all the time. Veronica Beard. There are a few pieces where I do think it's worth maybe 1 or 2 items. That's very few, far in between. But a lot of the mid-range clothing brands, I think I would never really pay full price for at all. At least 10% off I would love to get if it's a core item. Anybody says, are there any vintage brands that are making the moves in the market of the bags that the millennials are buying? I mean, I just think the same ones, kind of like the Fendi baguettes, like the vintage Gucci jackies, like stuff like that. But I can definitely see this Fendi Spy bag, like in a cute minier version, like a 2021 version coming back, and then the vintage ones popping up again. I really like the Fendi Spy bag, and I think it's going to make a comeback. I don't know when, but I feel like it is. Would you recommend resoling the Gucci loafers right away or just once they start to wear down? I wore the hell out of my Gucci loafers and I got them resold after like a year worth of worth. So I mean, I have the white ones. Um, I haven't seen to get them resold, and then I have the mules. I'm just gonna wear them down a little bit, and then I'm gonna get them resold. That's how I usually am with all designer shoes. I only have the Gucci loafers are the only ones resold. I'm looking at some of my shoes right here because I think I have to kind of adjust things. Um, no, those are the only shoes that I have, but I'll just wear them a little bit and then just get them resold later. Why don't you have any Cartier jewelry? Because I just now started getting into jewelry right now, like this year alone. Like this is like a lot of necklace. Like I got these Oggle bracelets less than 6 months ago. I was always a watch person, but I'm just now getting into jewelry right now. Valor, just how many purses do you have? I think I have 50 at this point. It's a little bit crazy, but I don't think 50 is a lot. I think 50 is a good amount. Well, in my opinion, but I could have like 500 bags and I could justify me having 500 bags in my collection. I think jewelry is better than bags overall investment wise. Oh yeah, I think jewelry is, but for me, I love handbags a little bit more. But I think because jewelry is compact, it's more smaller. I find it's more desirable. Handbags is a little bit more picky for somebody to like, but I do agree jewelry is always going to be a better investment than handbags. Jennifer says this channel deserves more subscribers. Oh, thank you so much, Jennifer. I appreciate it. Little Mr. Wheezy says, what are your favorite Black-owned businesses to buy bags? Brandon Blackwood, and I would say Tofar are probably gonna be my favorite ones. Tom says the trick to walking in heels is practice. I can work I can work a pair of heels up to 120 Yeah, you just have to like put some music on and you just have to walk, like put the Sassy Santana walk song. You just have to walk and own it. And if you trip and fall, I mean, you're probably gonna be in the comfort of your home. Nobody's gonna see you. So I think just walk it out. I absolutely love you. Thanks for all the help. Can't wait to see your next upload. Yes, tomorrow's upload is gonna be really well. We're going to talk about the fake bag that I got sold. Thoughts on the solar power by Lord? Oh, I don't even know what that is. I mean, I'm gonna Google that up right now. Oh, it's a song. Oh, I haven't heard it. I didn't even know she came out with music. I will listen to it after the live, but I didn't know that. I'll listen to it while I get ready. I like that new Meg Thee Stallion song that came out today. Hi Sergio, I own the Coach Cassie in the chalk color, and I'm thinking of either getting it in black or the Cassie 19 in black. Which one should I go for? I would say go for the 19 in black, so you have a variation kind of like me, because you can go back and forth. I would get 1 and 1, so I would get the black 19. You that be Sergio. Olivia says that. Oh, thank you so much. Are there any new bags we need to pay attention to? Not really. I feel like, I mean, the new Givenchy bags, I really wasn't excited. I do like that new product, kind of like that new Fendi collection, the one with like the enlarged Fs. That collection is fire, and I actually really like it a lot. I think that's kind of like the new kind of it bag, and I love it, and I would really want to add a handbag from that collection. Brian D says, hello, Sergio, you are awesome. I love all your videos. I like your style, and you are an expert on all luxury items. Thank you so much, Brian. I really appreciate it. Tom says 50 is fine. I've got 42, and I'm adding all the time. Yes, yeah, I think 50 is fine. I think maybe once I hit the 100 mark, that's when I'll be like, Sergio, there's something wrong with you, but I'll be there eventually. Tina says, greetings from Manila, Philippines. Been watching you for a while now. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Hi from Dallas, Texas. Jennifer says, favorite designer clutch, something timeless, not trendy for my wedding. Thank you. I think Saint Laurent's the queen of clutches. I think like the Uptown clutch, I think it's like $545. I think it's a really great price point, or $645. That's my favorite timeless clutch when I think about it. I also like the Bottega Veneta, like I know they still make it, but you can get a really great deal on the pre-love market. Like the knotted ones, the really small ones that are kind of like silky, those are really pretty as well. I would say those two are the ones that kind of come into mind for favorite designer clutch that are timeless, classic, and will never go out of style. And yeah, I would say those two are the ones that come into mind. What are your thoughts on leather wallets? Any favorite brands? I want to get one that's more discreet. I was wondering, what would you recommend? I would recommend boho wallets are really well. People have a cult following on boho wallets. No, not boho, hobo wallets. If you are really, really quality base, I think you can never go wrong with those. Dagny Dover has some really nice leather wallets. The Dagny Dover, if it's very discreet, it's very functional. I would go for that. And I feel like with the Coach all leather wallet, I feel like you can never go wrong with that. So I would say Dagny Dover. It would be kind of my first choice out of all of them, because Dagny Dover has some really pretty leather options. It says, would you consider doing more vlogs where you go out and eat and run errands? Yes, I do. I'm planning to do a little bit more, but once I go to LA, when I come back, that's when I'm gonna start doing a little bit more. But I'm gonna vlog my entire trips in LA, even if it's just kind of like me, kind of like getting out of the shower. But yeah, I will be doing a little bit more vlogs. Jamie says, what age did you get into handbags? I started getting into handbags since I was a child. I've always loved handbags. I would always like secretly would go into my mom's closet, put on heels, like not maybe makeup, because I back then I really wasn't into makeup, but I always put her Coach bags, her designer bags, and I would just feel myself. And I always loved handbags. Something about I just love handbags because it's so very one size fits all. Everybody can be included in accessories for the most part. So let me see. When I was like even 7, I can remember I've always liked handbags growing up. Jenny Wynn says, what bag would you go for? The YSL Lulu small or the Lulu camera bag? I would go for the Lulu camera bag just because it's more open and you can fit a little bit more. That's what I would recommend. Just the camera bag. I have the camera bag right here in black and beige, and I love it all. Let's see. Tom says, I don't even start on shoes. I'm pushing 150 pairs, and they were my first fashion obsessed. Oh my God. 150 shoes. Oh my God. I want to get to 100. I want to get to 150 pairs of shoes. I think maybe like I'm at 50, but oh my God, 150 pairs of shoes. I mean, oh my God, that's a lot of shoes, but I like shoes a lot. Betty says, does your mom share your taste in bags or shoes? I will say she did have more of like that loud kind of like Hispanic, like LV monogram, like Gucci Supreme. She still has some of that, but I definitely have refined more of her style. She probably will never carry a handbag from the Row or like Bottega Veneta, but she's become more discreet, like more understated, but she still likes a good monogram moment. Right now, I think the bag that she's using is this Givenchy tote that I got her. It says Givenchy about it, but it goes like Givenchy. But it's like it has Givenchy, but it's black leather, so it incorporates it, but it's not a whole lot in it. But yes, it is. If we can get it to 100 likes, I really, really appreciate it. I'll give it like 1 or 2 more minutes, guys, if you guys want to ask any questions. And before I head out of here, guys, Everlasting said, if they're not watching, what did you buy your dad for Father's Day? LOL. I think I'm gonna buy my dad. I haven't bought him anything yet. I know I'm probably running out of time. I still am deciding on what I want to buy him. I just feel like I think I'm gonna buy him a pair of designer shoes. I think he deserves a pair of designer shoes. I think I'm gonna buy him not Golden Goose, not Common Projects, not Gucci. I think he would see a lot of value. He has beige sneakers and he really likes them, but I really want to get him a nice pair of designers. Ooh, would he wear the McQueen ones? I think a McQueen sneaker. I think my dad will wear a McQueen sneaker. I think I'm going to get him a pair of McQueen sneakers, a gift card to Home Depot, and maybe like a Tom Ford fragrance, and I'll call it. And I'll tell my brother to do half with me. Do you have any mods on your chats? As of right now, I don't. I don't usually get kind of like weird people like all these deleted messages. That doesn't really happen, but maybe in the future I'll get a little bit more mods. Jennifer says, yay, we got you to 100 likes. Are you still shopping at Dior after you sold your book tote? I am not. I did buy a pair of Dior glasses because I like the silhouette. But other than that, I haven't. I only have the glasses and a friendship bracelet that I got with my friend. But I haven't, and I don't see myself anytime soon. Because when I bought Dior, I had sneakers, I had bags, like I belt and everything, and I got rid of all that. So we have to do that again. And I love Saint Laurent, other brands a little bit more, where I would rather add on to it. Um, Jamie says, any favorite consignment shops to find a good bag? Um, Here in Dallas, I think we have a Real, but the prices are a little pricey. I think there's this place in Frisco called Dallas Designer Handbags, and there's a place called Keeks in Plano. I would check those two out. Those are the ones that I know of. But honestly, um, I can never go wrong with a good fashion file, especially if you check the new arrivals consistently. You can. There's always like sometimes they price handbags really good, but you have to be like the first one to check it. Favorite denim. I would say A Goldie and Mother are probably my favorite brands of denim. But I would say right now super A Goldie. Um, are there any good Gucci bags? Are there any Gucci bags you like? The Dionysus collection I like if it's leather or monogram. That's probably my favorite collection. I like the Jackie collection quite a lot. I like the smaller bags. But I would say the Dionysus collection is my favorite Gucci line as of right now. I've always loved it, and it's such a timeless one, even for the monogram. Let's see. Dylan says, what are your thoughts on the Ambish, more specific, their Nike Dunk collab? I like it. Ambish is not a brand that I check for all the time, or like not a whole lot. But I did like it. I think it fits the aesthetic of the Nike Dunk, but not enough for me to buy it. But I definitely do appreciate it, and if I appreciate it, I can appreciate it styled well. And yeah, without further ado, guys, I think I'm gonna head out. We're gonna make it a little bit of an early night. But yeah, I love talking to each and every single one of you guys. We got it to 107 likes. We give it like 1 minute if you guys want to ask anything else. And before I head out, do you have any new Givenchy favorites? I don't know. I'm still iffy about the new Givenchy stuff with the new creative designer. I don't know why. I'm still kind of iffy about it, but I haven't had any new favorites, if I'm being honest. The new Givenchy stuff didn't really wow me a whole lot. And if I'm paying that price point, there's other brands that I'd go for, if I'm being honest. Let's see. Any opinions on Junie and Burke? I have Junie Burke Green Wallet. I think Junie and Burke is phenomenally made, super well, underrated, super underrated. But I love Junie Burke, and I would love to have the Junie Burke bag into my collection. That's why I'm a crazy bag person. I would love to, like I said, I want to have bags from every single brand, but I love Junie Burke. She's a good woman, and she's really great quality. Razy says, do you like the Dior sneakers that like the B23? I do like the B23. Like I said, not enough for me to buy it, but I do like it. Don't get ripped off. Why is that? I love the new Givenchy designs. I don't know. I'm kind of like weird about it. Like, I don't know. When Riccardo Tisci went to Burberry, I was here for it from the beginning, but I don't know how I feel about the creative direction of Givenchy. I don't know. I just feel like a little bit weird about it, but I think it's going to grow on me. We shall see, but I don't know why. I think it's a little too edgy. And I don't know. It doesn't give me like Givenchy heritage a little bit. So we shall see if it, how it will grow on me over time. Paula says, have a good night. Thank you so much, Paula. Yves says, would you like to have a podcast? I would love to have a podcast, but I would love to add one, but I'm not sure. I think I would do podcasts on YouTube versus I would probably have it like on Spotify and like Apple Music, or like Apple Podcasts, but I would do it all on YouTube to beginning just to see how it would go. Are you a Cowboys and Mavericks fan? LOL. I'm not a football fan at all, really, if I'm being honest. But I'm a Mavericks fan. I could say I'm a Mavericks fan. I like the Texas Rangers. I like the Stars. I just don't really care for football at all. I don't like a lot of the things that get into that. But I like Mark Cuban as the Mavericks owner, and so that's what makes me like the Mavericks a lot. If it was a different owner, I probably would not like the entire sport. But Mark Cuban really makes me like appreciate the Mavericks a lot. The soft Antigona is fire. I do like the soft Antigona. I think it was brought before the new creative designer got in there, but I do really like the soft Antigona a lot. Bonnie says, would you ever be able to do a handbag room tour one day? Yes. Within the next few months, I do see myself having one. Probably before my lease ends, I'm going to film a video. Dylan says, is there any bag you would take to the beach, bag that would be practical and still fit the vibe. The Saint Laurent tote, and maybe the larger, if I were to get a larger low basket bag, I would get that. That would also hit the vibe. The extra large Tofar tote would hit the vibe. And there's another one too that I liked. A big beach bag. Like a fun, like vintage transparent one. Like I think a Pucci has like very like a Pucci kind of like beach bag that would that'd hit the vibe. A Pucci beach bag that would hit the vibe, or like even like a terry cloth like designer bag, like vintage one as a beach bag that would also hit the vibe as well. Or if I want to add another bag into my collection, a large Chanel DeVille tote that also hit the vibe as well. Let's see. Miguel says, where do you get your stuff insured with a certain company? Just call just insurance companies and just say what you're looking to get insured. And then they'll kind of like go from there. I definitely have to shop around a little bit, but just call your local insurance, whatever, where you're from, and then just call them and see what you're looking to get insured. And then they'll kind of quote you some places they may want to see everything. But I will just go through all the insurances because you want to get the best deal and the best coverage and read the fine print. I would recommend that. Jennifer says, why so shopper tote? Do you think the leather handles hold up over time carrying a laptop? For me, I don't like the way the bag holds up over time. I would recommend the Tom Ford one a little bit more. I don't like the way it holds up. It probably will hold up, but I don't like the way it wears and it looks after a certain period of time. Roxanne said, do Coach boutique items make it to the outlets? Because so she said, Coach outlets has their own designers. Yes, they do. So the Coach outlet is always going to have, it's like this. It's literally like one shelf like this where it's all transfers, and it's going to be the rest of it's going to be outlet product. But when you go into the boutique, the Coach outlet, just be like, where's your full price style bags? And they'll show you where it's at. They're pretty nice about it, but they do have transfers, but it's like literally the big Coach outlet and then just like a small section like that. That's an actual transfer. Have you ever seen a Dallas celebrity in Dallas malls? I've seen like the Real Housewives of Dallas, but I really wouldn't consider celebrities. Who else? I've seen Jeffree Star out in Dallas malls. I've seen Erykah Badu. I think that's it that I've seen out and about. But yeah, I think just Erykah Badu and Jeffree Star, if you guys consider him a celebrity. I think those are the only people. Oh, I think I saw Selena Gomez one time too, like at the Parks Mall of Arlington. Selena Gomez used to go through the drive-thru when I worked at Chick-fil-A because the one that I worked at was where she kind of grew up from. But yeah, Selena, I think I've seen Selena Gomez before. Tom says, good night, Sergio. Incredibly enjoyable as always. Love your Friday Kikis. Thank you so much, Tom. And yeah, guys, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and end the live stream. I want to say thank you so much for everybody joining. I'll be here next Friday at 7 to Kiki with the girlies. And thank you so much, guys. And I'll see you guys on the next one. And make sure to keep up with my Instagram stories because I'm going to show the outfit that I'm going to be wearing tonight. All right, bye, guys. Thank you so much and have a good one. And Yves says, as always, be safe. There are unpredictable people in the streets. God bless you. Good night. Thank you so much, Yves. And that's 100% true. All right, guys, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and leave. Bye, guys, and have a good rest of your night.